you to sin from, what you will say? We are the children of Israel. We the Israelites. Israelite means descendant of Israel, right? From the tribe of Judah, or tribe of Benjamin, or tribe of Levi, anything like that, right? So now, it's something that required of you. God required of us to keep his commandments and statutes, correct? Correct? All right, 1 Corinthians 11. Let's see. Is our people, is sincerely going to change, convert? Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Be ye verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Said the head of every man is Christ, right? Keep reading.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is who?
Is the man.
No, the devil said that the woman is equal to the man.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is the man. Long story short, that's what God, way God ordained it. Keep reading.
And the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying.
Say every man praying or prophesying. We're reading the book of prophecy right now. So we are prophesying out here right now, right? Say every man that is in the midst of prophecy or praying. Keep reading.
Having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Dishonoreth his head. If a man have his head covered while the book of prophecy is coming out, you are dishonoring Christ. Right? So, what us as men of Israel needs to do, when we coming out with this Bible, you got your head covered, what you need to do? Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Yeah. Not only knowing the law, but we have to be doers of the law. You understand? This how that would show true repentance right there. Because our people didn't know that. Our people didn't know how to honor their head. They didn't know Christ was their head. They didn't know how to honor their head. You understand? But now we'll come back to our true heritage, knowing how to truly serve God. Right? So you had a question about the Sabbath day. What you got for me? Got a flyer, bro? Get a young man a flyer. What you got? What you mean we don't know what day is the Shabbat? How is difficult when God gave us simple laws and instructions? Give me Romans 15:4. Give me Romans 15:4. Because God gave us simple instructions. Right? Because it's the thing about it. By us being men of Israel, we have to stop making lame excuses of not trying to apply the laws to the best of our ability. You understand? Read it.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Whatever thing were written aforetime was written for our learning, right? Keep reading.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope, right? So, it's correct. They did change times and laws. But by us being converted and coming back to the guidelines and instructions of God, we can see through that. You understand? Now, go to Genesis. Let's go to the beginning. Let's go to the key source of this real quick.
Back in the land, there was an accurate day for everybody to keep Shabbat. But because we are in the land of captivity, and we can't do what we want to, do you just make your own day for Shabbat?
No.
You what?
It's instructed how we supposed to keep the Sabbath day. Chapter 2 and verse 1. Genesis 2 and 1. This is the key importance of, you got to know why you are keeping the Sabbath day. God instructed us to keep the Sabbath day on this specific date, right? And the reason why you are keeping this Sabbath day, right? Read.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all of the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day.
He said he blessed what?
The seventh day.
The seventh day. So what day is the seventh day of the week?
That's the problem. Calendars would change. We don't know.
Chief, the names of the days will change. They couldn't change the number of the days. They couldn't change that. They only changed the names of the days. So on this Greco-Roman calendar, the seventh day is what? What's the first day? Do you got a phone? Somebody show him what's the calendar is on their phone. Let's help this brother out. What's the first day of the week?
Sunday?
Yes, correct. Sunday is the first day of the week. Now, the reason why it's named after that pagan custom, the Roman calendar, right? Because on the first day, that's when these pagan worshipers worship their sun gods on the first day. And guess what? The second day is what? Monday, right? That's when they come together and worship their moon gods, right? The numbers of the days have not changed. They just changed the names of it, right? After they pagan customs. You understand? Read that again. Read.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all of the host of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work, which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work, which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work, which God created and made.
Now he rested from his work, which God created and made. The first 6 days, he created everything, the heavens, the earth, the stars, everything, the beasts, the animals, the plants. 6 days. But on the seventh day, he ordained that day and sanctified that day as his holy day, right? Correct? Now, give me Exodus 20. I'm showing you something. Now, we understand the seventh day is the day of the Sabbath, right? So the seventh day is what they call Saturday, right? Exactly. But at the same time, we have to come back to our true origins of how to keep up with times. Because God set this up when he created the sun and the moons, right? So when the sun go down, that's when the day ends and another day begin. Not in the middle of the night. That ain't when the day end and day begin. You understand? Now, read that.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Because our people will forget. Because we've been destroyed from our heritage, right? Keep reading.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
From the first day to the 6th day, right? Off this calendar, from Sunday to Friday, right? It's from Sunday to Friday, right? 6 days. All right, keep reading.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Now, we don't supposed to work on the Sabbath day, right? This is how we keep it holy. We don't supposed to work on the Sabbath day. You understand? Give me Nehemiah. Another thing we're supposed to do, Nehemiah 10:31. We don't supposed to be buying and selling on the Sabbath day. See what our people doing? God is totally against that, what they're doing on the Sabbath day. Because God ordained the Sabbath day for us to keep. And he created everything the first 6 days. What does Yahweh mean?
I am that I am.
No. What does Yah mean? The power, right? Yah, the power. Same thing what God means, the power. These are titles. These are titles.
Did not answer, say Yahweh, just like the Egyptians say rock, city. Would not answer, say Yahweh, not God.
What language you speaking right now? Stop there. What language you speaking right now? You speaking English, right? Okay. So I gave you the same definition of that word that you said, Yahweh, and God. It's the same definition. The power. What's the difference? Because was that by us not saying his name right? Did that bring us in captivity? Did that bring us in cargo slave ships? Disobedience did that. So what's the only solution? Obedience. So we gonna learn how to keep his Sabbath day holy. Read it.
Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. And the people of the land. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day.
On the what?
On the Sabbath day.
Keep reading.
To sell, that we should not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day. And that we would leave the 7th year and the exaction of every debt.
Now, we don't supposed to buy nor sell on the Sabbath day. We don't supposed to work on the Sabbath day. Right? Give me Exodus 30 and 5. Then give me Exodus 16:23.
Exodus chapter 35, verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
It said, kindle no fire throughout your habitation through the Sabbath day, right? Exodus 16:23. Now, the thing is, you're supposed to cook, right? Now, we're going to give more clarification what that means. Because the thing is, when we in the wilderness or anywhere else, you know what I'm saying, we have to use fire to keep ourselves warm. That don't mean you can't do that. This is what it means. Read that.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 23.
Read.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
This is the day, the 6th day. We prep for the Sabbath day. Keep reading.
Bake that which you will bake today, and seed that ye will seed.
Now, he said, bake what you need to bake and seed what you need to seed. When you cooking and boiling, seed means boiling. You use fire, right? Keep reading.
And that which remain over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning.
Now, you prepping the day before. You don't supposed to do it on that day.
Hey, shalom brothers, shalom sisters, Bishop Nathaniel here. That's right, you know what day it is. It's Shout Out Tuesday. It is Shout Out Tuesday. And I pray you brothers and sisters join me every Tuesday afternoon on IUIC Events channel, where I will be reading your kind and inspirational letters, also thanking you for your kind donations, and also covering very important biblical information for the mental well-being of our 12 tribes. That's right, 12 tribes worldwide. So hope to see you then, every Tuesday afternoon on IUIC Events. Shalom.
Now, Leviticus 23. Now, we don't supposed to work. We don't supposed to buy or sell on the Sabbath day. We don't supposed to cook on the Sabbath day, correct? Now, it's other things that we supposed to do on the Sabbath day. Leviticus 23 and 3. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
What?
And holy convocation.
A holy convocation. A holy gathering. We supposed to come together, supposed to congregate on the Sabbath day, right? So these are the laws that God instructed for his people. Exodus 31:16. God instructed his people to keep this day holy, because this is a covenant between us and the Father, the creator of all things forever and ever, right? Read that.
Exodus chapter 31, verse 16. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath.
Said what?
Wherefore the children of Israel.
Said the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. You are order to keep the Sabbath. It didn't say all nations of this planet Earth. It said you children of Israel should keep the Sabbath. Read.
Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generation.
Throughout their generations. Long we populating and having children, right? Keep reading.
For a perpetual covenant.
For an eternal covenant. Read.
It is a sign between me and the children of Israel.
It's a sign between God and the children of Israel. To us to keep the Sabbath day. He created everything in 6 days and ordained the 7th day. And he told his children of Israel to keep that day. Why is that? He created all these other nations, right? But why he say to the children of Israel, keep his day holy? Exactly. But what else though? Remember, he created everything in 6 days. Why we the only nation of people that is ordained to keep the Sabbath day. Remember, he created the heavens and the earth, right? Created everything. 6 days. On the 7th day, he ordained that day to be his holy day. Why though? Now, let me give you more understanding on that. Right? Let me give you more understanding on that. Now, give me Jeremiah 31. Give me Jeremiah 31. Remember, God created all these things, right? Everything that existed that we see, it didn't come miraculously from a big bang. That's a damn lie. Came from the creation of our Father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God of the 12 tribes and children of Israel. He's the one that created all things, right? Now, he told us, his chosen people, to keep this day holy for a reason. Start at verse 35. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day.
God gave the sun for a light by day. He created the sun, didn't it? All right, keep reading.
And the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea with the waves thereof. Roar, the Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me.
If those ordinances cease before God. If they was no longer existing, right? Keep reading.
Saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me.
He said the seed of Israel shall cease also. Because there would be no reason for that to be up there. Because he made it for us. He made it for us. God made everything for us. Not everybody else, just for the children of Israel. He made it for us. That is his purpose. Keep reading.
If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath.
I'm saying if heaven above can be measured, right? You see what these Edomites is doing? They trying to calculate how far is the universe is, right? Keep reading.
I will also cast off all the seed of Israel.
He will also cast off all the seed of Israel. Because everything was created for us. So that's why we have to keep that Sabbath day holy. It's a continued covenant with our Father. You understand, Chief?
Used to scream black power while Haran was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.